Hello and welcome to the Graphyz channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a banner for your YouTube channel. Now we're going to use a gaming example, but you can apply the same premise to anything you like really. So first things first, go into the description and download the template that I created earlier for you, and you'll end up with a screen that looks a bit like this. So what this is actually this thing here, but cut out. So what I've done, I've clicked view and rulers to create these little blue lines that you see across the screen. So all you have to do is literally click and drag, and you can drag a ruler onto the screen like that. But they don't actually show up in the end image. It's just there to show you as a guide. So the reason I've done that is this middle section here is what you will see on desktop, and then tablet, and then a large desktop screen, and then the big grey outer area is for TV. But nobody really cares about that. So I'm just going to show you how to create your banner for all the tablet, PC, and large desktop screen. We won't worry about TV. If you want to, just make sure that the outer area is filled as well. So I'm going to hide that and go back to our template so that you're seeing exactly what I have here. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a background image. So I just click File, Place, and then if you want, you can use the one that I used in the template file there. So hit Place. Now I've got this sort of Hanamura background from Overwatch, so I'm going to hit Place there again, and I'm just going to literally drag that so that it fits the full width of that screen. So you can hit enter or just click and apply, and now we need to drag that layer beneath the two black bars, and you should end up with something that looks a bit like that. So you can move this image around. I'm going to put mine just above there just so we can't see the blizzard bit. In fact, yeah, there we go. So you can move this around exactly however you want it. I'm going to leave mine just there. There we go. I'm happy with that. So again, what we need to do now, we need to add some text because we need to let people know that this is your channel. So seeing as we're on a Hanamura map, I'm going to change this font size up here to about 200. Press enter, and we'll call this channel Hanzo's Vids. Seeing as it's Overwatch themed today. So you can move that text around, and you can change the color up here, you can change the text size and the font itself. I downloaded this font because it looks a bit like the Overwatch one. It's called Big Noodle Titling, whatever. So there we go. So we've got some text on our screen now. So I'm going to click on this text layer over here, right click it and click blending options. Now this gives us all sorts of different options to make our text look a little bit more exciting. So first of all, I'm going to add a stroke, which just simply adds a black line around the text. So I want to make that a bit smaller because at the moment it's a bit harsh. So I'm just going to drop that down to, say, 4 pixels. I'm going to leave it black because I quite like the black, and then I'm going to add a gradient overlay, so it simply adds a color gradient over the text. Now if you click on this sort of color section here, it brings up this box, so it allows you to choose one of the presets, or if you click these little squares here, you can change the color for whatever you want. So seeing as we're doing Overwatch again, I'm going to set this to orange, and let's go for quite a light yellow. And I'm just going to click this little diamond here and just drag that along so we can see a bit more of the white and a bit less of the orange. There we go. Cool. So that's already looking quite good, isn't it? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a drop shadow. So we can see the drop shadow there. You can change the angle here to whatever you want. I'm going to leave it on 125, quite like that. Add a bit more of a spread so it's a bit more prominent. I'm just going to drop in the distance a little bit just to bring it a little bit closer. Give it a bit more spread. I'm going to increase the opacity a tiny bit just so that it shows up even more. So there's the title, already looking quite good. So now I'm going to drop the text size down to 36. Oh, so there you go, already looking quite good. So now I'm going to create another text. I'm going to drop the text size down to 36. I'm just going to type what the channel is about. So Overwatch videos, adding one of those lines, tutorials and other cool stuff. Obviously you change that to whatever your channel's about. I'll click the move tool again and just move it around until you're happy. I'm going to line it up with the H there. I'm going to right click that text again, go to blending options, and we're going to do some of the same stuff again. So I'm going to add another stroke, bring that right down. We'll go for 3 this time because the text is a bit smaller, and add a drop shadow again. I'm going to keep that same angle, increase the spread, reduce the distance, increase the opacity so it looks a little bit similar to what's above. Cool. So again, it's really starting to come together already, and we have barely even done anything. So what I'm going to do next, in the template folder, if you downloaded it, you'll see some social media icons. We'll go with the Twitter one. We'll place that, just press enter once it's in, and you can move it around. I'm going to use this little magic wand tool up here. Click on this grey because I don't want that bit, I just want the bird. And then I'm going to have to right click on Twitter, click rasterize layer, and then I can hit delete on my keyboard, and that gets rid of the background. Now if you press Ctrl D, it deselects it. Now I'm going to get another one, so file, place, and let's go with Google Plus. I don't know why, not sure how many people use it, but I don't want to insult YouTube, just in case they're listening. And we need to do it again, so hit enter first, and then right click on Google and click rasterize layer. Click the grey again with the wand and press delete on the keyboard. Control D to deselect it. There we go. So just need to line those up now. So I'm going to use my move tool again, move it around. I'm going to pop that one there, select the Twitter layer and move that there as well. Now I'm going to select both of these and hit Control G, and that adds them into a little group so I can move them together now. I'm going to double click on group and call that social, so I know that those are the social icons. So let's make these look a little bit better. So I'm going to go into Google, blending options, and then go down to gradient overlay again. So I'm going to click that, click the little color box. I'm going to select the little color dropper tool and just going to use that orange that we used before, and then same again, use the white, so click it right at the top so you get the same color. Just going to move that diamond down so it's a bit like before, roughly a third. Add a stroke, really light, go for 3 again, and then that drop shadow, yeah, again, so I'm going to drop that up to about 90, increase the spread, and bring it in a little bit closer. Cool. So I'm going to right click on that now and click copy layer style. Now that's going to grab everything we've done on a Google Plus, click on Twitter, and then paste layer style, and that's going to drop everything on there. So you can see now, if I select something else, so you can see they both look exactly the same. So we just need to add our profile names again in here now. So I'll put about 36 again, and let's just type in, for argument's sake, Hanzo. Let's do /Hanzo. Now, because my Twitter's the same in this scenario, I'm going to right click it and duplicate layer, click OK, select my move tool, and then move it up. So now we can use the same trick that we used before, but this time we're going to grab it from Overwatch videos, blah blah blah. So right click, copy layer style, scroll up to our two Hanzos. Where are they? They're here. So we can right click, paste layer style, right click, paste layer style. So now we're going to click that, go out to our Twitter and Google and do Control G again, and that's added them all into a nice group within that group. So now we can move it around a little bit, and there we go. So I'm going to leave it there, quite happy with that. So that's looking pretty smart now, so we're just going to add a couple of tweaks just to give it a little something extra. So I'm going to click on our Hanamura map and click create a new layer so that it puts it directly above, and I'm going to select my paintbrush tool, change that to about, let's say about 700. I'm going to leave the opacity at about 9, and then make sure that that's white. So what we're going to do, we're going to add like a bit of a highlight just above that here. So if we click that, click it a few times until you get however much light you want. I quite like that, looks quite cool, makes it pop out a little bit. And then I'm going to click the Hanamura map again and click the new layer tool. So I'm going to get the paint bucket now. I'm going to fill that whole layer with black. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like that. I'm going to right click on the layer, blending options, go to color gradient. So we'll click on the color again. This time I'm going to leave that as black. On this one I'm going to make it like a darker blue. So now we can start dropping the opacity so we can see. We don't want too much color. And if we drop the opacity of the whole layer, there we go. Cool. So that's made that look a little bit different. It's just changed the colors a little bit. And I'm going to create another new layer now, but this time I'm going to do it slightly differently. So if you click on layer and do adjustment layer, then brightness and contrast, click OK. And we can use these little sliders here to just quickly change our image. So I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Increase the contrast a little bit. Let's bring up the brightness just a touch. There we go. So that's instantly transformed that background and makes it look a lot richer. It gives it that much bigger contrast from our text. So finally, if you want to, you can literally select everything, like all of our text. If you hold shift, you can literally click from top down. If you want to deselect a layer, just hold control and then click that layer. So we'll get rid of those two. I'm going to select my move tool. Now I can move this around wherever I want it. So Photoshop's telling me that that's in the middle, so I'm going to leave it there in the middle. And there we go. So finally, now this is optional, but I quite like this, so I'm going to add it into File, Place. We go back to our folder again. You'll see the little Hanzo in there, so we can drop him in, move him around. What I'm actually going to do, press Enter to place him, and I'm going to move this down so that it sits just beneath the Overwatch text there, but overlapping Hanzo vid slightly. And there he is. So I'm going to right click on Hanzo now, go to blending options, and we're just going to add another little stroke to him again, just to give him a nice little edge. And there it is. And that is our Hanzo banner. So all you need to do is File, Save As, change it to PNG. I recommend. This keeps most of the quality. The file size is quite large, but it doesn't matter. You want that nice quality. Alternatively, you can click JPEG. When you go to save, you get this little box here. Just drag that all the way to the end and click OK. go into our little folder. You'll see our Hanzo template, and there it is. So there we are, all done. As I say, you can follow these same effects. You can apply a different background, you can add a different character or a different person, maybe a picture of your face if you're a vlogger, and a travel picture in the background. You could change all the colors, do whatever you like. Just follow the same premise and you'll end up with a wicked banner for your channel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for another video, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.